Morning, everyone. Boker Tov. Good to be back. Thank you so much. Labas, it was a beautiful wedding. B'ezrat Hashem for smachot in your families. So we're here in Halacha Vav, Siman Reish Mem Daled, the last halacha with regards to a non-Jew working for you in a certain way on Shabbat. There's more halachot connected to this in the coming days and weeks. But here, Siman Vav talks about a case where, let's say you had a government that collects taxes, and they would contract to certain people to collect the taxes for the government in certain places. Back in the day, there was you had to collect physically door to door or whatever it was. So let's say a Jewish guy got that contract to collect from a certain neighborhood taxes to the government, and he subcontracts it to a non-Jew to do the job for him, and the deal he has with this person is, okay, let's say every 100 coins you get, you're going to receive 1%, you'll get 1 coin. So the non-Jew, he goes out and he works on Shabbat also to do this, meaning he works throughout the week and on Shabbat, knocking on doors and collecting taxes. So he's collecting taxes on Shabbat from non-Jews, let's say. The Jews will say they'll pay him after Shabbat, but can the Jew hire this non-Jew who's now going around even on Shabbat? So because the deal was made that he didn't mention anything to him about Shabbat, just however much you collect, that's how much percentage you're going to make, and the person, the non-Jew on his own, went around to collect on Shabbat, then that is not an issue for the Jew. Even though it is known that this guy is not the tax collector, but rather the Jewish guy got the contract to be the tax collector, even though it's known that the Jewish guy got the contract, it's still okay that this non-Jewish guy is doing the job for him, because he didn't tell him to go out and do it on Shabbat, and the way it was set up was that the Jew's not benefiting from him going on Shabbat. It's just that the guy on his own is doing it and getting that benefit. Now,
the Jew knew that he was going to do it on Shabbat.
So it seems like even if the Jew knows that he's going on Shabbat, I mean, now if he knows he's just going on Shabbat, then that's an issue. But if he knows he's going during the week and going on Shabbat, but it's totally the non-Jew's will to go on Shabbat, it works out better for me a weekend that I could go, then it's still okay. Now the point I mentioned where people know that it's that it goes back to the Jewish guy. So that we said earlier that there's problematics with it. Like, let's say someone, imagine, would be driving around and says Moshe's company. Everyone knows it's a Jewish company, and this guy's going around on Shabbat collecting the taxes or collecting the money. So in other cases, it could be an issue. Here, for some reason, when it comes to collecting cash, it seems that if there might be a reason to be more lenient, because the Jew, we don't want the Jew to do it himself, and therefore we're more lenient. So it's brought down here interestingly in the Mishnah Berurah. Whereas, let's say the taxes was not cash but was fruits or was wheat, let's say. So there one wouldn't be allowed to send his goy to do it on Shabbat, and certainly won't be allowed to benefit from that wheat or fruit brought back to him on Shabbat. The last part of this is certainly the Jew can't stand beside the non-Jew while he's doing his work, walk alongside him or whatever it is. And similarly, just another case is if the Jew gets a contract to make the coins for the king or for the government, and he subcontracts it, and the goy does it on Shabbat on his own, and even though there's noise, people hear, there's work going on in that place that they're making the coins there. It still won't be an issue, because again, it's totally on the goy's on his own volition, on his own time, and not told from the Jew to do it for me specifically on Shabbat. Okay, that's that for today. Mincha at 5:20 and Gemara Shir tonight, B'ezrat Hashem, at 8:30. Have a good day, everyone. Time to do the video.